I must say, I'm sorry to say that there are so many passages in the Quran that actually have to do with terror in itself. For example, chapter 8, verse 60 says, if you'll give me a moment, I'll get there. Chapter 8, verse 60 says, make ready for them all that you can of force and of war horses, so that by them you may strike terror in the enemy of Allah and your enemy, and others besides them whom you do not know. Now, I've heard Islamic apologists say, this doesn't mean terror like terrorism, it means terror like the fear of God. But you're using war horses and force. So it's very clear, actually, that you're talking about war. And that means you're talking about something much more akin to terrorism than the fear of God. Chapter 8, verse 12 also says, when your Lord inspired the angels, I am with you. So make those who believe stand firm. I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. Then strike the necks and strike their fingertips. Strike the necks, that's cut off their heads. So once again, the terror he's striking in the hearts of those who disbelieve is not the fear of God, is not awe at the presence of God, but it is terror, like terrorism. Chapter 3, verse 151, we will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve, because they ascribe partners to Allah. That's what Muslims understand Hindus to do by having a multiplicity of gods, ascribing partners to Allah. So their dwelling is the fire, and wretched is the dwelling place of the wrongdoers. We will cast terror in the hearts of those who disbelieve. It's very clear. And it's very clear from also the fact that all the various sects and schools of Islamic jurisprudence teach that Muslims must wage war against unbelievers and subjugate them under the rule of Islamic law, which denies them basic rights. So these people, I don't know what they are up to. Either they are trying to interpret the Quran in a way that it has not been interpreted in Islamic tradition, which is possible, or they are being actively deceptive, which is possible, or they are deceived themselves, which is also possible. I don't know which one it is, but the fact is that there is no theological tradition or legal tradition in Islam today, or any time in 14 centuries, that teaches peaceful coexistence as equals with unbelievers. It does not exist. And so whatever they may be doing, they do not have a theological leg to stand on in Islamic tradition.